You know, to being observant in your daily life, you know, like everywhere, it's a habit that needs to be formed, right? It's not natural. Like, you know, some days I just want to, you know, crawl into my shell, right? And not be seen or not interact. But and then that becomes a habit, right? But being observant and being out there in the world and looking at what's in front of you is there's a gift in there somewhere, for sure. Yeah, I agree. And to your point, you know, someone said that you know, you break it down into smaller pieces. Like highly producing people don't look at their goal, like I want to make $1 million this year. They don't, that's not what they focus on. Once they have a plan, right? They have activities associated with that plan, and they focus on those activities on the daily, knowing that those activities will get them to their goal, right? Yeah.
So the thing that I kind of always, my mindset, and the thing that I have that's written actually in my notebook is being persistent and being consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the two things that I follow my mantra on, so that I'm focused every day.
Yeah, good, excellent. Mm-hmm. Anybody else?
Yeah, it's Lorna online, Joey. I have to calendar every single thing because life happens every day. And if I don't see what I need to be taken care of, which means sometimes I have to skip things that I want to do. If I don't see things that, you know, the list of what I need to take care of that day, that's going to move me towards that goal, I just lose track because things happen every day.
I submit to my calendar.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm that girl's bitch.
I love crossing stuff off my to-do list. Like I even write stuff on my to-do list that I already did just to cross another thing off.
Yeah.
And I'll put on there shower if I have to, because I just am
It's
like,
not a joke, for real.
yeah.
Actually, there's a reason too. Physiologically, you release dopamine when you do that.
Makes
So
me
you
feel
reward
good.
yourself when you do that.
All right, well, I love having the
Scooby
long
snack.
to-do list. I write it before I go to bed at night, and sometimes I write it in the middle of the night, and you can see side scratch because I keep a notebook by my bed. And when I wake up the next day, boom, boom, taking them off the list feels so good.
Love it. Love it. All right, great. May we let's welcome Patty. Do any of you know Patty Hume? Patty's been doing business for probably about 15, 20 years. She has landscape architecture background. She was in the downtown LA office most recently, but I think she was in Los Feliz before that. She knows some agents in the office. Welcome her when you see her. She may have come today, but she'll be here next week. And also Josh Schneider. Look at that face. What a sweet smile. All right, welcome, Josh.
Welcome.
All right. Happy hour mixer this week. Let's connect. That's next week at the Cat and Fiddle, old school. 10 on the 24th, 4:30 to 6 p.m. Anyone wants to stop by, Cat and Fiddle, right there on Highland.
Parent.
It's not
At the La Brea location.
No, it's on
Highland.
Highland.
Yeah, we'll send out the address.
It's the one on Sunset, right?
It's a new one.
No, it moved.
No,
It moved
I
to
mean, they
Highland.
moved there years ago.
It moved to Highland.
Yeah.
It was on
Superba
Sunset
is
years.
in there. All right, so that's next week. Please come and enjoy.
No, it's
each
Highland.
other.
It's not that far from the old location. It's just on Highland instead of Sunset.
Fascinating.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
So-
north of Melrose on
It's
where
not
Highland
that-
Grounds and.
Oh, I was gonna say Highland
It's all
Park.
good. All right, hold on. It's all good. All good. KW Larchmont, your team sales statistics. All right, for Q3, 77 units
Listed or sold?
sold.
Okay.
Year to date, 219. Sales volume, 105 million. in the third quarter and 313 million for the year. Average sale price 1.4. It's down a little bit, as is the volume and as is the units. We're normally doing around 600 units, to be honest with you.
Per year, so we are down like
Yep.
25%.
Yep, we're down considerable.
75%.
Well, for the year, we'll see how it totals out.
23 to 24.
This is the last, so there's one more
Wait,
quarter to go.
so quarter three, so you mean just in quarter three or up to?
Just in quarter three.
Okay.
Just in quarter three is 77, and year to date, 219.
He was like, I've sold 77 just this quarter alone.
Yep. Get on it.
Carry us out to Q4.
Which bracket are you on today?
Referral agents, there's a class who's putting that on?
Sorry, this is not a class.
That's not-
This is for people that are registered as referral agents that are not
Ah.
teaching the board. Next year, it'll be a $49 annual fee.
What is this? I'm so sorry.
If you are a referral agent and you're not registered with a realtor board,
Oh,
there's a
okay.
registration fee to be a referral agent. It's going to be $49 per year.
That's what the board is charging. We got around
So
that.
if
for a
you
little
don't have your license registered, whatever.
So we have like 280 agents. Half of them are, agents who are either, have another gig, this is like a side gig, so they go in as referral agents opposed to paying the full registration. They can't get the MLS, and they just go into the board as a referral agent, which means that their license is hung here, and they can receive a referral from.
But they're not members of their like NAR.
They're not full members of the board, NAR, and CAR. Yeah, that's right. It's a placeholder for, those who need it. Yep. And normally, when Rich was our broker, we were allowed to join the Southland Regional, but now that he's no longer a broker, we can't join the Southland Regional. Southland Regional is, I think, $25. There you go. Yeah. Yep. It's a long explanation for something that only little people use.
Yeah.
Upcoming classes. New forms class with Raha. All right, Miss Thing, what do you got?
Should I do it now or when I?
No.
Just do it around this slide. What do you got? Oh, you got a few slides. Oh.
This,
okay.
no, this is the class.
This is the class, okay.
Yeah.
All right, she's gonna be teaching class.
No, they were just wondering which forms you're gonna be covering.
Ooh, come and see.
Okay.
Today at 2:30, I will be going over forms that I feel a lot of agents, whether they're seasoned or new, struggle with. We're gonna be going over some new forms and some a little older forms. So it's gonna be, I hope, a great class, and I hope you guys join me today at 2:30.
High-level conversation around the forms, right?
Struggle means she has to clean it up.
2:30 today?
Yeah.
2:30, you won't regret it.
I'm sure we will not. Also, the investment network, overall, last year, what's that?
Monday.
The Monday class, right? Monday Zoom, 10 a.m. It's a great tool in your toolkit, especially in this market. The schedule for Ignite this week is win with the buyer, win with the seller, work with buyers and sellers, and make and receive offers, also negotiate offers, right? Focused on transactional piece, yes.
So we have a lot of agents that are doing open houses now, which is awesome that you guys have that opportunity. This is a good time to maybe refresh with the Ignite classes, because until you're sort of in that situation, sometimes things don't stick. So I would just recommend, if you have an extra time or stuff is all recorded, you're like, oh, you met an agent at the open house, like this might be a good time to refresh, win the buyer or win the seller, you met a neighbor. So just a reminder that her videos are recorded, it's an awesome reference.
And, to hone your mastery of the buyer conversation. What are buyers right now? Yeah, excellent.
And has Ignite been refreshed with all of the new changes?
Yeah, she's on top of it. Yeah,
Okay.
every time it changes, she changes the curriculum. Yeah. Also, the morning show, every day, 9 a.m., bringing love, wisdom, inspiration, motivation.
And
It's a-
knowledge. Andy
And
was
kno-
on just recently and honey broke these rates down. So y'all missed it. Got to give a shout out to Andy Christinot, not only dealing with my crazy clients, one of them closing today, love her very much, but the knowledge she brings to the morning show when we have her as a special guest. Y'all are missing out.
It's the best. Agreed. All right. Script practice every Tuesday and Thursday, 8:30 to 9 a.m. on Zoom. The Zoom link is in the calendar. Samantha, where do you find the calendar? Where'd you go? Oh, there you go. I just want to make sure everybody knows where the calendars exist.
Yeah, so most people, if you're receiving a Rise and Shine email every day, there's a live link on there. You can also go to your initial email, that's welcome agents, and agent resources have a link to it. But yeah, we send it out every day.
Perfect.
And the live links are in the calendar.
Great.
Just put it there.
Mentee meeting every Wednesday, 12:30. It's a hoot. Also, Brooks Caravan was great yesterday. We saw a lot of cool properties. Anybody want to share? Do we have anybody share? Go ahead.
I'll just say that when you guys decided you're all going back to the office.
Yeah.
And it was a big group yesterday.
Yeah.
But I went to 2 of the Los Feliz Oaks homes.
Yeah.
On the same street.
Behind the gate.
One is just amazing. If anybody has a chance to see the 5606 Park Place. I mean, it's hard to describe, but it's sort of like Balinese, but not in a cliche way. And it's just high style, and the owner put so much into it. You could see the personal stuff,
Yeah.
on stage, his own stuff. It has 2 separate units, view, pool. I mean, it's a gorgeous house.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's something worth seeing if you have clients that are, you know, in.
I love the Oaks are beautiful. Oh, it's 6+. Yeah. And went to Bellevue, Duranda.
Yeah.
Yes.
Holy moly, that view is outrageous. Like the Hollywood signs, literally in your backyard.
Yeah.
Literally. That view is stunning.
That one is on the cliff, right? The one on
Yes.
Dorada, yeah.
John and Chuck's listing up there. Gorgeous.
And if I could just take a moment, thank you everybody who came out and really helped our numbers. Our client is thrilled to death that we had as many people at the brokerage open as we did, and that's what we were going for. We sold, one reason we got the listing is we sold around Keller Williams Larchmont, and said we'll turn people out. She said the last broker couldn't. I said we'll turn people out, and you all showed up. You made us look great. Thanks.
Yeah. Bravo.
And you'll have a video of it soon. Eddie working on it.
Oh my. All right. Anybody else saw something yesterday they'd like to share? Anybody? Okay. Oh, there's the picture. That is on one of the decks on Durando. Is that great? Yeah, Corey just could not find his spot.
That's $1 million view.
Yeah, who's hiding behind that? That's too funny. All right. Fire coaching every Monday and Friday at 10 a.m. Also, what do we got? Core services. Andy, you're always up first.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. So just a couple things to note. We talked about it last week about the recent sort of spike in interest rates and so forth. There's a lot coming up. At the end of the month on October 31st, we're going to get the PCE numbers, the personal consumption expenditure numbers that the Fed loves. It's their favorite inflation measure. Just after that, obviously, we have the election, and then the Fed meeting is November 7th, and that's when they're going to announce the next rate drop. Depending on the pulse of the economy, right? We have not only inflation data, but also employment numbers and so forth. That's going to determine the direction of the Fed. We could see upwards of a full 1.5% rate drop over the course of the next 12 months or so. But again, it depends on the economy. Is unemployment going up? Is inflation coming down to their 2% target, et cetera? There's some other big indicators too, and this might be a good touch point for past clients or potential buyers that have been in the hopper and sort of sitting on the fence. So student loans, for instance, had been in forbearance up until October of 2023. They were then extended another 12 months. So those student loan payments that were in forbearance or deferred because of COVID and so forth, those payments are now coming due. That's going to impact a lot of people qualifying. I know that there were some things being kicked around about total student loan forgiveness and so forth. Talk to your folks about the student loans. The other piece of that is consumer debt. So with all this inflation data and economic data, that's one thing, right? It's very, very surfaced. I mean, it's obviously very detailed, and there's lots of intricacies and so forth to it. The consumer is really, really feeling it. There was some new information came out that upwards of 15% of consumers will miss or be delinquent on minimum credit card payments. That means consumers are feeling it big time. So that's another indication of the economy slowing and the direction of where things are headed. So a couple of key things to keep an eye out, a couple of points to talk to your clients about. Consumer debt is a real thing. It may be an opportunity for somebody to downsize, right? Cash out all their equity they're sitting on and get out from underneath that high interest debt and find some relief in a smaller house, or maybe they have enough equity to completely buy a new place free and clear. There's a lot of things going on and consumers are feeling it big time. So that's all I got. It's not a straight path forward. I can tell you that. It's been a long couple of years, right? But we're getting there.
Slow but sure. Thank you,
Yes.
Andy.
Yeah.
Your help was, makes it one little tick better. Duncan.
What's up, everybody?
Speaking about Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful. So just a reminder, guys, I do have door hangers with me. So whoever wants them, I have more in my trunk. I think I have all versions. So this one is thinking of buying or selling. Call me for a free consultation. Remember, there's a slot to put your business card in there. So I think I have 6 different ones. My favorite actually is the open house one because you could write in the time of the open house, the address. So if you're door knocking around your open, this is really cool because you could customize it. You could put your card in there. It's great. Reminder also, I have calendars on me. So if anyone wants these, I have them as well. And just want to remind you guys that you are a CRES office. I know people have a lot of questions about CRES. There's a lot of confusion over CRES, but be sure that you're padding in enough when you're asking for the amount from the seller and the RPA in terms of CRES, because it is a huge benefit to your sellers, to the buyers, and also to you guys. So I highly recommend using CRES. There's been, most of you do, but there's been times where it's about $30 more a plan. So our top tier CRES plan is $855, guys, which our normal one is $825. So it's not that much more. It's going to add a lot of added protection. If there's specific questions related to CRES, we do have a CRES expert in-house. We're the only home warranty company that actually provides someone that's dedicated to CRES to answer your questions, your clients' questions. So I can always connect you with him, and we could always do a training on it too. But just remember, you guys are a CRES office, so definitely ask for that CRES plan. And again, I've mentioned this before, but in terms of seller's coverage, this is a great way to differentiate yourself from other listing agents when you're going on a listing appointment, because you could really talk about the fact that you can offer them listing coverage. It's literally $1 something a day. I wouldn't recommend putting it on something that's going to last 6-9 months, but if you know it's going to sell pretty quickly, you could even offer to pay for that for your client. I'll talk you up, but it's a great way to come to a listing appointment and saying, I can differentiate you. I can protect your appliances, your systems, while the house is in escrow and while it's being listed. So it's a really cool tool. A lot of people don't use seller's coverage, and it's something that's hardly used. And that way, if you put it on the listing, the buyer is also going to work with Fidelity, so you could kind of control that on both sides. So if there's any questions on it, definitely let me know. And then another reminder is when you guys are doing prospecting, I highly recommend utilizing a lot of the new tools that are out there, from ChatGPT to BombBomb Video. Some of you may have received my BombBomb videos. I know, Chuck, I just sent you guys one recently, and I use it all the time. So if you don't have BombBomb, it's not that expensive. It is literally, well, Fidelity pays for it for me, but I think it's like, when I had to pay for it myself, it was like $500 for the year or something like that. So,
and it allows you to embed videos into your emails.
yeah, and you can use it. They have an app too, so you could actually text people, and the text pops up with your face in the window, and like a GIF where your face is moving. Yeah, so they don't even have to click on it. Well, they have to click on it, but it shows your full face, so they see it pop up. And then it also has a tracker on there, so you know when someone's opened the email, read it, watched the full video. It'll track all the emails, and not just the BombBomb video emails. Whatever email, if you connect a Gmail to it, it'll track all those emails. So it is like virtually getting in front of people. You could be very creative with it. Between that and ChatGPT, scripting, it's great tools. And then there's another one I use with LinkedIn called Dripify, which I've talked about as well. But that you can automate emails and friend requests on LinkedIn, and it's about $79 a month for the pro version, but it is awesome because it'll go in, it'll like people's, and you can pick a certain demographic of people. It'll like their post first, then it'll friend request them, then it'll send them a message. So it does things in very sequential order. So it's really cool. So if you want any advice on those tools or any, learn any ways that I've used them for prospecting, please do reach out. And I'm always here to help you guys. So thank you for your support.
Yeah, I basically use ChatGPT instead of, I got the premium, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So,
And they're coming out with
Google.
a new version now. And if you download the app on your phone too, you could talk to it, and it's like kind of creepy because I find myself talking to it all day like it's another person, but it's pretty cool.
But
So.
it's a tool.
Yeah.
Right? It's you know, it's a tool to help my affiliate.
And I try to different, even with me and prospecting, the vendor world's changed a lot. It used to be the days when, vendors would go into the office, title reps would come in and bring a thing of cookies and smooze at the desk, but agents don't get into the office anymore, right? So there's got to be new ways to find people outside of just, door knocking and cold calling. And there's so many tools out there, and you still need to door knock and cold call. Those still work, but there's so many other ways to add to that. And I'm really good at trying to figure out new ways to reach out to people and differentiate myself. So that's it.
Can I chime in on something real quick?
You absolutely, man.
So we always try to do the 13-month for our buyers, and I know a lot of sellers sometimes are like, we'll give you $600 towards your home warranty. That gives you nothing. So what we often do is we'll take it out of our commission and bump up the coverage for our clients so that they can get the full, and they take it right out of your, Esper will take it right out of your commission. So that's something you should think about.
And if you do that, let me know, because I can, let the client know, hey, your agent paid for this for you, and make you guys look like the heroes. So that's always my goal.
The last thing you want is to have your client reach out 2 months later, something broke, and the warranty doesn't cover it.
So I'm gonna add to that one, another office for someone that should know what they're doing. They connected me to their client, and the client's email to them. And this is an assistant to a very big agent that happens to be on TV on the show. I'm not gonna name names, but anyways, their client that they connected me to an email, she said, oh, I just bought a new meal dryer, and it was $500. So can I please have $500? So whoever this was told her that, oh, don't worry about it, the home warranty will take it. And she said in the email that it did not work when she moved in. So that right away is a denial for a pre-existing condition, and it was written there in the email. And instead of this agent training their client, they just connected me in an email and thought that we were going to cut a check, which there's no way we would do that. So
It's just laziness.
Yeah.
Speaking on, can you talk, we did inspections on Monday. and our water PSI was over 100 coming in. Can you please speak on that? On home warranties?
In terms of coverages?
Yeah.
So that I would have to get back to you.
Well, we were told, okay, our inspector told us that if it's over 100 PSI and you try and do a claim, especially on appliances that use water, like a wash machine, refrigerator, they can deny the claim based on water pressure.
That is correct, as far as I know.
Well, we should fix it anyway.
Well, yeah,
The constant pressure on the line is not good.
Speaking of pressure, does the home warranty cover sprinkler systems?
Not to my knowledge.
I hadn't had explained.
There you go.
That's a lovely thing in the middle of
It's musings with Duncan.
And last thing I'll mention is, our brochure is connected to my signature, and it is very exciting. So I highly recommend you all download it and read it, and it's very, have a glass of wine tonight and take a gander. But the thing is, it says in bold what's not covered under each item, and it's really important to read the not covered part, because there are a lot of exclusions on each component and each piece. And I can't really write things in an email due to legality reasons, so I try to defer people to that as much as possible, just because that was actually written by attorneys and has the language in there. But Tanisha is great at clarifying that, my right-hand person too, because she did, she's dealt with claims for 20 years before with Old Republic, but she knows it claims in and out even better than I do. So that's why, she is really the first go-to person when it comes to specifics on claims. But I'm obviously here to help. But if I have a question about them, I go to her, because she really has been doing it.
Excellent.
I don't remember the crest information being on that brochure. Is it there?
There's a separate press brochure, which I can send to you. Yeah. But the only difference is the extra month, and then the $50,000 of coverage for the seller, and the $5,000 reduction in E&O deductible for the agent.
Yep. Excellent.
Okay, hi again. So I'll take any opportunity to plug my class again. So 2:30 today. And just another friendly reminder to please, as soon as you guys get your listing agreement signs, to upload them onto Command and submit them within 2 days. And then as you open escrow, within 5 days, so we can review, so you guys are good compliance-wise. So, thank you.
So for anyone who doesn't know or doesn't understand, Raha, in addition to being the transaction coordinator, is also our compliance officer, which means she reviews every file, checks and balances, signatures, dates, all of that. It's her responsibility. So, just,
Thank you.
P's and Q's, right?
Yes.
All right. Madam Mazel? Okay.
2:30.
2:30, right?
Yeah,
2:30.
don't comment.
3:30, you'll miss all the good stuff. What do we got, birthdays? No? New open house standards class by Chuck Mark, or?
What?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so, Chuck, Chuck was so eloquent in one of the previous conversations about their standards in their open houses, that I would like him to share it with everyone.
It's amazing, Chuck. Thank you for doing that. Yeah.
All right. So this class is going to be incorporating things that John Barentine, the love of my life, learned at the CAR Board of Directors meetings from Gov Hutchinson, who's the head of legal there at CAR. And there's just a big mess around what you can say and what you can't say at open houses if you're not the listing agent, and even if you are the listing agent, what implies an agency relationship with this person who's come in, what doesn't imply an agency relationship. So it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. And we don't have yet what the new standard of care is going to be, and because we have to wait for people to get sued.
Yeah.
we gotta wait for people to get sued first before we really figure out, because there are testers out there, attorneys in particular, who are out there trying to get us to screw up in their eyes And we may or may not actually have screwed up, but who wants to go through the lawsuit to find out whether or not you did screw up? We did. I don't want to do that. So, so there are some things that we can do to help mitigate that. Not to scare people too much, because at the end of the day, we're not curing cancer here, but there are things that we can do to help make sure that we're not going to be one of the test cases. Like the guy who wouldn't allow anyone into his open house in Woodland Hills because he wanted people to sign a BRBC before they would enter the building. No, you can do that. You don't have to let anyone into your open house, but that's not the road that we want to go down either. So we'll talk about all that, and we're going to talk about best open house practices in general. So this actually started out as a conversation with Samantha and I about what our best practices just for hosting an open house, and it morphed into, because then John came home from the car meeting with all of this stuff, and so John and our broker of record, Jeff Jeff Curtis, is he on? I'm sorry, Jeff, if you're on. I messed your name up. Had a meeting last week, and we came up with what he wants the standards to be here at Keller Williams Larchmont. Bless you. Many times, for many reasons, and you too. Yes, absolutely. I didn't know where it was coming from, but it was over.
Yes, all right, that's
Yes.
good.
In office and Zoom, it says.
Yes.
Right there, look at that. All right, so it'll be a conversation. It won't be just me up there, throwing information at you. It'll be a conversation about, well, what does this mean? And I don't have the answers, but we can certainly come up with the answers together. All right? So see you tomorrow.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you, sir. Yay. We do have some birthdays this week. Jen Hohenstein, Noe, also Zepeda on the 18th, Linda Shim on the 20th, Matthew Kim on the 20th also, and Mary Woodward. I saw her on the street, beat her up. She didn't turn around. Classic rock going in her ears on the 22nd. Close escrows this week, the Woodward team. Speaking of which, close on Highland, congratulations. Pete Bonacore on Rid Path, Vinnie Park on 23rd Street, and Tracy Pence on Fuller. Congratulations, you guys. We have some new escrows. David Holly Jr., yes, on Holly Mount Drive, Platoon. Roseanne Atten, Alton, on Ocean Boulevard. Also Rob, a doubleheader. Rob Brock on Fernwood, Fernview and Del Prado Drive. Congratulations, buddy. That's a twofer.
Thank God for Raha.
Yay. And what'd you tell me? You have,
I have one closing, possibly Friday.
and then how many more in escrow?
Well, right now I have 3 in escrow.
Nice, nice.
Love it. Yay, congratulations. Also, a closed referral for Stella Meyer, Los Angeles. Okay. Some new listings we have. Let's go to income properties. We have one income property, and that is the Young Her. It looks like a development opportunity on 11th Street for 2 units, 1 bedroom, 1 baths, 7,318 square feet. What I am guessing is that there are 2 units on there now, and that these are the drawings for potential development on that property.
Renderings, yeah.
Renderings, right?
Yeah, you'd
That
have
sound
to
about
check
right?
and see if it's RTI'd, if it's actually just,
It
they
looks,
just draw a picture, or actually they've like gone through submissions or.
right, I don't know, right? It does look like a small lot sub, right, or no?
No, it's a condo, I mean, not like a townhouse kind of,
Townhouse stuff?
yeah.
All right. Residential, we have the Barentine Group has Toronto that we saw yesterday. This big open space here for $2,899,000 or $2,899,000. We get a 4-bedroom, 5-bed, 4162 square feet. It's like $600 a square foot. So is that right, Joe? 600 in the 600s, right? Yep. Which is a great deal, great opportunity. Also, we have some leases coming up. We have Linda Roth Burrell has a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 1,500 square feet for $3,000. Also, Sharon Basamsky has a moody one-bedroom, more than 60 square feet, for $2,300.
Studio.
It's got a vibe. Also, Sharon has a sun-filled one-bedroom, one-bath, 5,000 square feet, for $1,800. That seems a little odd, but we'll go with that. My guess is it's 507 square feet is my guess. This looks to be the same. Also, Dragona Popovic and Stoner Jasper have a unit on Hemet Place. Where is Hemet Place?
Laurel Canyon, just at the very beginning of Laurel Canyon, uphill.
Single family,
Single family?
3-bedroom, 3 bath,
4
4
bath.
baths.
Yeah, big stuff. 2,500 square feet,
Yeah.
8,500 a month.
Yeah, at a end of a street, it's not exactly
Great.
cul-de-sac, but.
Outdoor space, looks beautiful.
Has like several decks, like outdoor spaces. Pretty much all of the rooms have views. There is preferably, let's say it's a 3-level, so you're like, it's great for like like small family, for a couple, even single person. Even one of the, like the family room could be an office with a separate entrance, just in case that somebody is working from home. It's a lovely, lovely, you like a little bit forky, but lovely Laurel Canyon.
Laurel Canyon.
House, yeah. Very close to Sunset and Laurel Canyon.
Walkable?
Yeah. Yeah, you could walk, and you could walk to the market and Pache.
All right, pocket listings coming soon. Anybody? Christina?
So my Redondo Beach listing, 635 Camino de Encanto. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, about 1,900 square feet. We are prepping it now. Staging's coming in on Friday. So we'll be going live next week, probably Monday or so, having brokers open. South Bay's brokers is on Fridays. So we'll have the brokers, we'll have the weekend open house. So if you have anyone, it is vacant now finally. So if you have anyone looking in the Redondo, South Redondo, it's in this amazing coveted pocket. And so ocean views, you know, just really well situated, great school district, all that great stuff. So coming on live at 2.918. So let me know if you have anyone that's looking specifically in that area.
Excellent.
So is it on the beach, or it's like in the hills with the ocean?
It's on the hill. So yeah.
Beauty.
Tsunami proof.
Who else? Anybody else have pocket listings coming soon? Anybody online have a pocket listing or coming soon they'd like to share?
I have a not coming soon, but coming in January. I just had the conversation on Monday, a family that I know, Altadena home on Murado Place. It is 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,800 square feet, very nicely done. They're looking at just wanting to sell and move. They just had it appraised at 1.543, and they'd be willing to take less if it's just smooth and easy to do.
Oh, wow.
Is it possible to put in an ADU?
Yeah, no, I don't think they have enough room left.
They have a garage?
Yeah, they do have a garage. They can convert the garage.
Hillside or-
No.
Yeah, can you?
Yeah. If you have a garage, you could put an ADU, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Anyone else? Pocket listings coming soon? Anybody? Anybody online there? You know, my next question is, what is my next question? Wants, needs, fill the bucket. Anybody have any wants or needs they'd like to share?
I would like to. So I know some of you guys might have heard, I'm working with some foreign buyers and their budget's pretty astronomical. It's crazy right now. But Joey was amazing. He connected me to these great agents. I'm actually going to be giving that tour tomorrow for a $120 million one and a $70 million one. But it's just, he's, you know, again, the reason why I stay here, even though I get poached a lot, is that, you know, Joey has just been an incredible support system and a fearless leader for us and for me particularly. And so, you know, I'm always a hot mess, but there's a little structure because of that. And he really aims to really be, you know, a great partner in what we do here every day. So I just want
everybody to get what they want.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Yeah, no, it's beautiful when the stars align, right?
Yeah.
I love connecting people.
That's amazing. I also want to thank Star. Like, I was away for personal reasons, and Star has always been an amazing partner covering for me, and while I was away. It's wonderful to be able to, you know, take a little time off, like when it's, you know, like a family needs you, and knowing that there is someone there to watch your back and cover for you.
It's important. Yeah, we all need to. Cassandra.
I want to fill the bucket with you and Samantha. So yesterday I did Broker Caravan, and it was so lovely that it wasn't just a field trip. The fact that you both took the time after we viewed each, you know, property to have conversations about it, talk about it, kind of, you know, give us like little insights. It really made it, you know, that much more rewarding for me. So I really, really appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to going else now.
Well, you know, it's about modeling. You know, it's what you should be doing in your business at every level, right? Is going through that catharsis and looking at properties. As Christina was saying earlier, you know, I'm just driving around looking at properties for one person, and I see something that's good for another person, and you start to build this vernacular of understanding and an archive and blah, blah, blah. You know some stuff all of a sudden.
You can go in with like, you know, kind of that mindset.
Yeah. Yeah. Be curious.
So yeah, exactly. Yeah. So really appreciate it. Thank you.
It's important.
And also on that caravan tip, just for the new agents who don't know, the West Side Caravan is Tuesdays, and that's when the office goes out, but every neighborhood kind of has their own day. So if you are just looking for content for your social media, or you just want to show people that you're in real estate, you can do the East Side, Pasadena, Altadena, La Cañada is Thursday, the Valley does Friday, Malibu does Wednesday, so there's always properties for you to see.
The beach cities seems like they have 3 days a week here. It's all
South Bay's Friday.
South Bay's weird.
South
It's
Bay's
Friday?
It's Friday.
But just be aware that it's not just Tuesday.
Yeah. Excellent.
I have another fill the bucket. I don't know if Andy's still on.
Andy.
Andy, are you on?
Andrea.
Well, either way, I work with Andy on a lot of deals, and normally once I pass off a buyer, I know like, oh, they're good. I don't really have to pay attention because Andy's got it covered. But this last week we had a deal and it got very, very hairy, and I thought we were gonna have to cancel on the loan side. I've never had to do that before. And Andy was able to get the COO of Movement Mortgage in our file to get this approved, because the underwriter was just being really stupid. So they were able to get it approved. We closed, and it was wonderful. But she really, I mean, she spent all day last Wednesday working on this file. She did it.
And Andrea, I was going to say again. Andy is one of the top performers in Movement Mortgage. Movement Mortgage, it has a lot of the cultural kind of integrity that we value in our business and in our office. And through that, she has levers that she can use if necessary.
Yeah, I've got to fill the bucket for her again, Angie. We closed one today. Too soon to get it up on the board, but there were questions about, these were first-time home buyers. So there were a lot of questions about the loan and the way that she was able to communicate with them. They were super impressed. I'm always impressed, and it was great. And Andy, I really appreciate you.
It's the best. All right.
Thank you so much for helping us with first-time home buyer presentation. You gave a lot of pointers and tips. So on Sunday.
Is it this Sunday?
Oh, for Rachel.
Sunday coming up, yeah, so thank you.
You're gonna do great.
Have fun.
Michelle. This is not a want or a need. I'm in an active showcase at my church, Faithful Central Bible Church. We're doing scenes from various TV shows and plays, and so this is this Friday at 7 o'clock, and it's $10.
Send us the
flyers.
flyer. Oh, it's the next flyer.
What's the next one? Oh, shoot, okay.
Bam, there you go. I'm still upset that I missed your stand-up comedy. That's the one I wanted to see, Michelle.
All right.
I love it. This is great, Michelle. I love it. Anyone else? Does somebody else have their, Samantha?
I've got to fill the bucket for Chuck and John. You're just always looking out for the agents and sharing your knowledge, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah. Yay. Agreed. Anyone else? Anybody? Oh, please.
Mine's for Chuck. I saw you at the open house a couple of weeks ago, and you came up to me and gave me a big hug, and you said, "Good for you, you're going on things by yourself," and it just made me feel like we were doing something right. So yes, to Samantha, that's very good.
Chuck's got the love.
There you go.
I got one more, Joey.
Lorna and him in the same room at the same time, but too much love in one place. Hey, Lorna.
I'll be quick. Samantha, girl, you are really, really doing it. I appreciate being able to ask you anything about what's going on in the office. I so appreciate how you're organizing all these events and all this information to us. You're doing a great job, Samantha.
Thank you.
Yay. All right. That's good. Everybody's not feeling vulnerable. Yeah. All right. What do we got? Thank you for being here, and see you guys next week.